Hello, all my lovelies. Welcome to June. We've officially made it to halfway mark of 2020. Good news is that it's looking to kind of step up here in the quality of life department within June and July. So for most of you, I know that is a really, actually I think for everybody, that's a very exciting piece of news. I am sure prepared and ready for some changes to take place. It's been a pretty interesting 6 months, but this particular reading is going to be focusing around the summer solstice and what that's going to bring in for you, as well as I want to review how it's going to affect you overall, the main goals that you need to be aware of and focusing on, as well as how it's going to affect your love and your money. Now, it's been an interesting energy. A lot of people have been having trouble with all sorts of uncomfortable things when it comes to this last new moon. There's a lot of release with energy. There's been some communication challenges, whether that's your own words coming out. I have been struggling with getting like sentences out recently. And there's also been a lot of emotional closures, a lot of movement towards unfamiliar territory and really kind of building yourself up to be able to deal with those situations in a different way, being tested to not go in a cycle from the past but to grow into something new. And there has also been some issues with closing ends that need to be closed and some addiction problems. A lot of people have been drinking a little bit more, trying to release some of those addictions, a lot more mental thought on your health and what you're bringing into your body. All of those types of self-awareness type aspects are really being focused on through May and into June. So we've also got things developing in a very positive route. Okay, so all that might be a little bit more daunting, but on the positive side, things that you've been planting seeds with, whether there's just been mentally, you've been manifesting, or you've been waiting for things to just kind of develop and roll forward, June and July starts to take place with all of that. June's more prepping, and July is really more of an initiation month from what I've seen doing readings for others when we look forward in the future a little bit. It's been very consistent. So we're going to take a look at those aspects. I hope all of you have been doing very well, and if you are interested in looking at your personal situation, let me know. All my information is down below. I have a 50% off sale going on right now. All of my information about the manifestation class is down there, as well as how to book a reading. Okay, so general reading, guys, take what fits and leave the rest. Let's take a look at how things are going for you. All right, hey Leos. All right, let's take a look at your self, love, and money and see how the astrological changes are affecting you guys. Let me do one more quick shuffle. All right, self here, we've got 6 of Cups. So feeling very nostalgic, kind of butterflies. Maybe you've met somebody and you're feeling like you're in that space of just being excited and thinking about them all the time. Okay. Oh yeah, the Star card. Or you are in that position for yourself and you're ready to open that up into a new relationship. But it is definitely one or the other. You're either thinking about somebody or you're getting ready to. Okay. This is June energy. Beautiful wish fulfilling energy. Okay. Lots of faith in that. And we've got the Judgment card. So finding clarity, this is healing, this is spiritual awakenings. I see that there's a realization that the connections that are happening in your life are definitely exciting and they are more meaningful spiritually and just personally, okay? So I see really good things happening just kind of overall. The energy is looking really good. If you're feeling like things have been a little bit upside down or negative or just hasn't been quite where you want it to be, that card is going to hopefully help you feel like it's going to step it up quite a bit here. Okay, the Sun card is a huge energy burst when it comes to your joy, your ability to take care of yourself and to feel like you're kind of ahead of the game, like you're on top of your stuff, like you are just confident in all those areas of your life. I sense that that shift is getting ready to take place. So if you've been in kind of a slump or you haven't felt like you've been completely in your normal energy, that's getting ready to shift. Okay, suggested action to take to help with that situation. Take a slow down. All right, take a moment to make sure you're taking care of you and making sure you have enough time and energy to evaluate all of the different aspects of the situations in your life so you can discern them accordingly and allow yourself enough time to make those decisions. Okay, you want to be able to see everything for its full value. There's no reason to rush anything right now. Everything's kind of slowed down anyway. So take a moment and allow yourself to just avoid any problems in the future. That's really more or less what you're doing. You're just slowing down to make sure you are enjoying the ride. So for example, if this is a new relationship, you're taking it very slowly. You're not jumping the gun. You're just taking an organic approach to all the things that you two are doing. If this is a new job, this is allowing enough patience to develop to get the answer that you're wanting, even if it's taking its sweet ass time, okay? Just know that what you're wanting is ultimately coming. Now with love here, we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Great. So setting boundaries here and feeling ultimately like this is something that can be a long-term type of energy. So for a lot of you, this is relationships. This is talking about being able to step it up in the love area, you guys. This is about the 2020 year. I've been preaching it. It was about stability, setting boundaries for long-term and effective relationships, and that's what's taking place. Setting boundaries and being very happy with where things are going. But just take things slowly and take them, there's no reason to rush anything. Suggested action, the Queen of Wands. The way you present yourself in the natural way, the things that you think of, the ways that you want to handle things, that's your natural fire and your drive, the ambition, the things that make you who you are. Very attractive. This is who you need to be. Nobody different. You don't need to change it or feel like who you are isn't good enough or question it. Because if it's not, then that's not the right person. And if it is, then all of those things that make you who you are will be fine enough. No reason to change unless it's for the better. If you're changing things in your life for the better, then that you already know that's a good person for you. Might be challenging for you, but for them to push you to be a better person, that is what it's all about. That's an ultimate relationship, that they even have enough bravery to come and say, this is, I'm going to be here for you to support you in making those steps and pursuing those endeavors, whatever it is, okay? All right, and in money, we've got the Justice in reverse, the Emperor, and the Lovers. Well, it seems like there was some type of an injustice with an authority figure regarding something that you really had a strong connection in or a strong desire in or were very good at or were very happy in. A lot of you, this has to do with, a lot of what's going on in the world and maybe having that connection to that where you had kind of gotten, let me rephrase that. It sounded like shit. You were in a position where you possibly were let go, maybe, or laid off, or you for a lot of you it was very surprising because it's something that I think you were either very good at or you'd been there for some time and you hadn't heard back for a long time about what was going to be happening. But you are getting ready to hear back. You are getting ready to have some communication coming your way from that injustice. So I see an authority figure coming forward and reestablishing that connection with you through communication. Okay, so if you've been waiting to hear from somebody, you've been waiting to get a job offer, you've been waiting to hear back from a past employer, you've been waiting to get a good indication on how to pursue something or which direction to take, you are getting that through communication. Now, I would be very open-minded to what the possibilities are, and don't let any of your fear or restrictions or anxiety of forcing the balance to make too much weight on you. You want the universe to still help you kind of develop that and get you in a direction that's flowing, that's naturally flowing. It's not always up to your control in the situation. It's up to you sometimes doing nothing to attain everything. Sometimes it's just chilling and flowing with it and having the best attitude about it, and that's what brings the results that you want. So if you want balance, just be kosher with where you are, find the peace in all of the places that you, all the aspects in your life that you've established now, and that will help bring in more. The more you fight the grain, or the more you're fighting harder rather than smarter, the longer and the more difficult it's going to be to get to what you want. All right. Self-expression. You're ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. In love, we've got no matter what, do you see the bigger loving picture and a just universe? So keep your visions high. And in money, we've got willingness, virtue, and tolerance. Able to compromise. You're able to acknowledge the spiritual connections to growth. And you're able to appreciate other people's points of view because you sense and see that there is good in every perception and in all different aspects. So own those different things. I would be very aware of your actions and other people's actions and how those things come together, and know that, again, working smarter than harder is going to be your biggest benefit. So just try not to fight the grain. If something's not going well, give it a couple days, let it kind of settle out, and let the natural flow just kind of help guide you a little bit. That's the best message, and it's pretty strong. It keeps repeating itself from what I'm hearing myself say. So let me know if you want to look at your situation specifically. Otherwise, much love to you guys, and have a great month.